Bobby! Where are you, Therapy Army? Let's be having ya. Therapy Army, how are you? Good evening. Good morning. Good afternoon, wherever you are in this planet. Big up to everybody. Love and light. This is the Manchester City, Manchester United preview. I know it's a bit of a late one, but big up. Bristol Bankers, Glazers out, mate. Deadwood FC. Here we go, here we go. Deadwood FC. Here we go. Listen, wherever you are in the world, I hope jump on Marek, all of those that know. And I hope you're having a wicked and good Friday. But let's get into it, people. We need to go and talk about this game. It's not going to be a long video, this. We're going to keep it short and sweet. We'll go into more in the analysis in terms of the game on Sunday after the game. Hopefully we'll have Mundo here. We'll have Ali Bumbaye here as well. Ali Bumbaye. But it is what it is. So it's the Manchester derby. We already know Manchester City defender John Stones unavailable. Obviously got injured. Harry Maguire obviously unavailable as well, even though he wasn't going to play. He wasn't going to start, but he could have come on, but he's not going to play either. So he's saying that Ten Hag will make a late call on Anthony Martial and Rashford, both who resumed training. So it's going to be very interesting. Very, very interesting. I think all of the pundits have us losing this game. And obviously, Man City are the best team in terms of, I don't know, I'm not salty, far from it. I'm not salty at all. I tell it as it is. But yeah, Tom, let's be having you, lad. Let's be having you. It's going to be, I've sent you the link, Tom, on Tom Journalist 2. So come jump on if you can. It's going to be a very interesting game. I think everybody's saying Haaland and Martinez, but it's Manchester City versus Man United. In terms of a lot of people who are doing their combined 11s, I find that ludicrous. They're a totally different football club that are light years ahead of us. The idea that we can do after the 6 games, we can do a sample about what type of players that can get into their team. I don't think so. Too much small of a sample. I think you can do a combined 11 for Arsenal and Spurs. I don't think you can do that for Man United and Man City. By far, they've got the better players. They've got the better manager. They've got the better recruitment. They have the better owners. They have the better infrastructure. They're light years ahead of us. And the reason why they are light years ahead of us is because of the effing Glazers. It's because of the Glazers, people. The Glazers and what they've done to this football club. How they've damaged this football club. And we're now light years behind Man City. And it pains me. It pains me to say that. But that's the truth. That is the truth. But big up to every one of you. Please smash a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. Spiral Capper, how does it feel to be City? How does it feel to be small? How does it feel your club means nothing at all? That's how it is, mate. That's how it is. How does it feel to be City? How does it feel to be small? How does it feel when your club means nothing? That's how it is, bro. That's how it is. We sing that, mate. Empty, I didn't. That's what we call it. The empty heart. It's the empty heart. That's what we call it. But big up to Vaz. Big up to Ras. Feeling more excitement than nerves this time. Yeah, it's going to be very interesting. Very interesting. Tom, I'll send the link to here if you're about. Jump on. Okay, I don't need to do that. Okay, I don't need to do that. Big up, Tom. There we go, Tom. Tom, how are you?
Yep, evening. Oh,
are you having it? Are you having it?
Let's be having it.
It looks like you got a bit of a cold.
Mate, it's been terrible.
You've been wiped out?
Absolutely.
In sunny Spain?
Sunny Spain, yeah.
Sunny Spain got you, eh? You've been partying a bit too much, eh? Hey, have you ever been, what? You know what the Spanish culture's like, innit? It's late night.
I know what it's like,
yeah? Have you been at it, lad? Have you been at it?
Of course you do.
Yeah. Yeah. The Royal Highness. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Walter Elizabeth. One for the road for Elizabeth. I don't know. It's never a one, is it, Tom? Let the people know it's never just a one, is it?
Oh, come on. You got to have a couple of doubles, you know. Maybe triples. Maybe triples.
Don't be having Tom's been on the doubles. I'm telling you, that's what happens when Man United don't play. Tom gets on it. He gets on the double. Big up to every one of you, man. Big up to every one of you. Have you seen the Maguire PR comparing to Van Dijk match? They already started defending. Listen, it's crazy. I posted it. That guy, Red Devil, Mr. Structure. You can see it here underneath. But yeah, I posted it. A lot of people have been going because the stats only tell you a part of the story, not the whole story. But anyway, Tom, I hope you're feeling a bit better. Thank you for jumping on. It's an interesting game. Like I said, majority of the pundits have us getting whacked. Obviously, everybody is talking about Haaland, which has been he's been on sensational form. But I was trying to explain to people is that this game is something else. And the question I asked to the audience is that, and I'm asking you as well, is one, have you seen a brilliant game after the international break? It's usually the games are disjointed. The games are not really, they're not, because the rhythm and flow of the Premier League have been disturbed by that. So it's not happening. Big up, Tim. Good vibes, man. Good evening, United Therapy. Real therapy. Big up, man. Good vibes, Tim. Love. Eddie Vatak says, win, lose, draw, Glazers out. But can you remember any spectacular games after the international break? I don't.
No.
So
no,
it's going to be very disjointed. I'm expecting this game to be disjointed. But let me just go ahead and give me the answer, Tom. What do you think that is? Is it because the flow, the flights, the jet lag?
With some players, I guess I think it depends where you play, though, doesn't it? Really, what nationality? Like South American players, I can probably you can bargain with because of the amount of traveling that they do to and from South America. But
I think it was only Argentina. I think so.
That's what I mean. So Argentinian players are the only ones that can really realistically complain. So
Brazil played both their games in France.
So so there's not really a case to argue for Brazilian players. Then is there really? There's only the Argentinians, and obviously we have got one of them, which is Martinez. But I don't really use that as an excuse anyway. Listen, it all depends because some players, like you say, don't go on international duty at all. Some of them do. I think two of them have. I don't even know how they scammed their way into that England squad. Honestly, they've not played for about 3-4 weeks, have they, Nuruddin? From what I've seen, Shaw and Maguire. They've not played for about 3 or 4 weeks, and then somehow find their way into the England squad. But anyway, it is what it is, isn't it? And like you just said there, when you come back from it, and is there any interesting games or any games that you think, wow, or anything like that? The one thing that you see is, especially from the top managers, it's a very tactical game. The first game back, if you notice, from all of the big managers, you'll see it from Liverpool, you'll see it from City at the weekend, you'll see it from all of the top sides. Chelsea will do it. Graham Potter, where he's had a couple of weeks in the door now, where he can put a plan together and a preparation in there. Normally, I don't think there's an excuse for any of the managers after an international break because they've had 2 weeks to prepare their sort of way of playing for when they go back. And obviously you can't play, you've got to play into factor if you get injuries and obviously people aren't available and stuff like that, which I'm sure we'll get onto as well. But from a tactical point of view and a manager's point of view, I think there isn't an excuse for Ten Hag at the weekend because he's had 2 weeks to fully prepare. Well, I think he's had about 3 weeks, hasn't he, Nuruddin, really? Because he hasn't played a game in God knows how long, really. So he's had some time to actually think about this game.
Yeah, the most interesting thing, though, is, Tom, is that how many, the press are saying that it's, late fitness tests for Martial or Rashford to be able to play the game. I think only one of them is going to start. I don't think both of them are going to start, personally. But nobody knows. The club have been quite stum and quite silent, actually, about is there been any matches behind closed door, whether it's against the under-23s, whether it's against small lower league clubs around Greater Manchester. I don't know what's happened. So we don't know yet. We don't know if they've just been training, or if they've, and it's been quite cagey, which I like. Sometimes we do need that. It is very interesting. But
if it hasn't origin, I think it's a better thing that it hasn't been come out into the front, because it shows that there hasn't been any leaks. And I don't like it when a football club. Listen, you can have any football club, you're going to have leakers. It's going to happen. But when you come out with the amount of stuff, it's okay to say, "Oh, you leak a match," for example. But when it's about a specific player or it's about the manager or something like that, I don't like that personally, because you're just digging people out and you're causing trouble in the dressing room, or you're causing disruption in the camp. And that's when, unfortunately, that's when dressing rooms turn or managers get the sack. It's not down to, I don't think majority of the time it's down to results. It's down to what the media portray you as. Sometimes you can come to England, you can be portrayed as a genius, like Peppers, for example, when he first came to England. He'd won it all, he's already done it all in other countries. Whereas you get somebody who comes in, like, such as Ten Hag, he's done it all in the Dutch league, but he's not done it anywhere else. You've got to build. He's trying to build his way and his reputation up in the Premier League, but you get somebody like who's a proven Premier League manager in Graham Potter, who's shown great tactical ability and flexibility when he's been at Brighton, who will be rated a lot higher by pundits than Ten Hag. And you can understand why they would do it, because of the level of the quality in the Premier League and how hard it is to coach in this league. But all the great managers notice something, and suddenly all the great managers and all the great players, they're not wanting to go to Spain anymore. They want to come to where? England. All of the best top 6 managers in the world are probably in England right now, or top 5 anyway, that I can think of, or the main coaches. And we've got some of the best players in the world. But like we say when we go on to the same point with the game tomorrow, when I know Ten Hag obviously came out and he deflected the comments with Maguire and stuff like that. And listen, he's got to do what he's got to do, hasn't he? At the end of the day, but I think in his mind, it doesn't change. It doesn't change anything what the media are going to say, because we've said it here for the past 2-3 years. You can play for Man United and be the captain, but you don't have to be on the football field to be the captain. It's as simple as that. Ashley Young did it for 2-3 years with Mourinho, where Valencia. I know Valencia was getting in ahead of him. We know Delo was getting in ahead of him.
1 minute, Tom. Listen, 1 minute. Amiros, if you're there, jump on the stream, man. Super City, why don't you come on? Jump on the stream. If you want to show your face on video, you can. If you don't want to show your face, you can. You cannot. Why don't you come on? That's the link for the stream. Jump on. If you guys want to jump on, jump on. Let's talk about this. Let's talk about Chelsea. I'd love to talk a little bit about Chelsea as well, Amiros. If you want to jump on, man. Big up everybody. There's over 60 of you here.
Yeah, big up.
Please smash a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel.
No, I think Nuruddin's gone.
I don't know what happened there.
Oh, he's back. He's back. Neil Ashton. He's on alert tonight.
Yeah. But please, Super City. Where's the Super City? Come on, jump on. Let's go. Let's hear ya. Come on, have your say. Big up, love, light, respect to everybody. Yeah, it's an interest. It's going to be a very interesting game, and the best players are coming to the Premier League, 100%. This is a very interesting take. Eric Ten Hag on Pep Guardiola saying he might have replaced him at Man City. It's nice to compliment, but I'm not. But I'm 100% convinced I chose Manchester United, and I've not regretted it for a second. Well, if you don't get what you want in January, there might be some regrets, pal. Because Pep Guardiola is getting the hell backed out of him. And here is Pep Guardiola. Pep Guardiola is Rosano Martinez. I like it when people underestimate players their size. Martinez can tell them, I'm here, I'm a great player. He's a fantastic, aggressive player. So here, Pep Guardiola, Man United, they have it all, the qualities up front physically and the quality in the middle, Eriksen, Fernandes physically with Casemiro, McTominay. I always like that. So anyway, it's good. Listen, the biggest thing for me, I'm not expecting a classic. I'm not expecting it to, and I 100% agree with you, Tom, that it's going to be a very tactical game. It's going to be a very tactical game. And for me, for Man United to get anything out of the game, we have to score first. We have to score first because I believe we're still a bit fragile.
How do you think? I'll ask you a question, Nurdin. I'll ask you a question. If we're going to score first, how do you think we are going to score in the
on
game?
the break.
That's what I'm meaning.
Yeah, on the
Do
break.
we try to roll up to their yard and try and dictate the ball? Do we?
No, we can't. You know what?
Do the patterns like we tried to do with the Brentford and Brighton game? You know, or do we stick to what we're good at, which is counter attack?
I think what we have to do is choose the moment. Choose the moment. I don't think we can go gun ho. I think we need to stay in our shape. We need to stay closer together. We have to play as a compact team. But I think there'll be opportunities or times in the game where we can. And they might even give us the ball because it depends who's going to play on the wing for the most likely. So it's Haaland who plays on the right. It might be Alvarez. And who else is Mahrez on the right-hand side. So they don't possess too much like incredible pace, you know what I mean, on the break. But the three danger man that they have, obviously, is Haaland. But the three danger man that can supply Haaland are Cancelo, Silva, and KDB.
De Bruyne.
Yeah. So it's those three. For me, Man United have to play closer together, have to stay compact. Even if we concede, we have to stay very close together. We have to stay close together because we can't go gun-ho. But what we can't do is concede one goal, then concede another. I think it's going to be a very long day if we do that. I think we have to stay patient. If it's 1-0, keep it to 1-0. You know, play our game, pick our moments. Well, that's what we have to do.
I think the bigger picture out of this game, though, especially from the players' point of view, because we know with some of these players that they've underperformed from last season. And listen, Nuruddin, we rocked up to their yard last season and we stunk the place out. Let's be real, 4-1. I don't even think we did it. The goal that Sancho scored, I think, was the only shot on target from last season's game. So some of these players have got to go there and they've got a point to prove if these certain players get selected, that is. But when you look at it on the basis of what we've just agreed on...
I described that performance last season as cowardly.
It was howling, yeah, it was. And it was appalling. And no Man United team should ever be dictated to in that way and played around like we was for so long in that game. We shouldn't have been. And yeah, it's okay to be the away team and, you know, the opposition have the ball and stuff. But yeah, if you want to do that and that's your plan, that's fine. You need to have a project plan of, right, we're going to press the team. We're going to be resistant. We're going to be really compact. And I think that's going to be the main case of we're going to see what his selection is for the game itself, because I think the starting 11, it has to be, I'm going to put it has to be balanced, but it also has to be the right technical quality. And what I mean by that is you need players who are going to be smart in this game. You need players who are going to be very smart.
Mm-hmm. I don't know who you're wishing happy birthday to, but it's definitely not my birthday. But big up whoever you're wishing a birthday to. If somebody called Nuruddin, is it your birthday, Calden? I hope it's your birthday. Happy birthday. Lots of love. Listen, Super City, come on the stream. Come on, let's hear you. Let me hear this cockiness, man. Come on, and let's hear you. That's what we have to do. Come on, let's hear you, bro. At the end of the day, it's simple. Guys, it's over 70 of you watching. Please smash a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel. I know we're doing a late one, but it's been busy times. I'm going to go into the press conference, what Ten Hag said. It's very interesting. I can definitely see the PR that's to protect, talking about mental health and everything else. When Pogba was getting absolutely, where was the mental health conversation? When he was getting abused? When Rashford was getting abused, where was the mental health conversation? Where Saka and, you know, I mean, where was all the journalists talking about the mental health of Sancho, Saka, and Rashford? Come on, man. Come on. It's this PR is just surreal. But he didn't bite it, to be fair. He put it on the player, and that's what he does. He says he has to perform. We're here to help him, and he has to perform. So at the end of the day, that's where it is.
Do you think he's pissed off, Nurdin, though, from Ten Hag's point of view? Because when he came in, he made the point of he doesn't like it when players complain to their agent or the media. If you've got a complaint, you go to him. Those were the kind of things that he was coming out with.
Exactly.
So do you think he has aggravated him in a way then behind the scenes? But obviously he's not going to show it to the media, is he?
Facts.
So you think it's right? So I'm just in the camp of I think he's rattled him, to be honest. But he's not a person to show his Ten Hag's not an emotional person, unless it's like a big occasion, like you're at a final or something. That's what I think, anyway. But when he's got something to say, he lets his talking do it on the training field. He doesn't do it to the media. And I think you saw that after the Brentford game, when obviously there was the commotion with the 4-0 loss, and you get the quotes coming out saying that he made the players come in an extra day and run. I think it was the amount of a Brentford run were about 16 kilometres or something like that. Something ridiculous for the whole game. So when you play it into the factors of that, obviously he's not gonna throw the player under the bus, but he's not gonna defend, if you like, the indefensible. If the player just, wants to come out and make interviews last season and say that both managers preferred him and be arrogant about it, then I don't really see why he should have somebody back him up, really.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Big up, Ayub. Ayub, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here, bro. Big up.
Yeah, man. So are you City fan, United fan? Ayub, are you there? Ayub. Hello, Ayub, are you there? Hello?
Hello.
Hopefully Tom comes back.
Hello, can you hear me?
Ayub, are you there? Okay, don't know. I don't like people who are a bit dodgy. Sorry, you're not going to try and mess up my stream, mate. Tom, hope you can come back, bro. Listen, let's go to what Erik ten Hag has said. We can go to share the screen and go through the quotes of today's. No, Ayub, nah, mate. Ayub. Let me just get this. Hello, Ayub, are you there?
Hello, Nuruddin.
I can't hear you, bro. Something wrong with your connection. I can't hear you. You're very faint and I cannot hear you properly.
Wait.
It's a bit better now. Hello? Are you? Yeah. I can't hear you really. No.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, big up Nuruddin, bro. It's crazy, how back in the days, like 15 years ago, how Man United, all the teams that Premier League used to be afraid playing against Man United, and we are in kind of this generation that we are afraid playing Manchester City. Is it weird?
No, it's not weird because they're the best team. They have been the best team. This is going to be their fifth title in a row, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, exactly.
They've dominated the Premier League like we used to. They are light years ahead of us in terms of structure, in terms of player recruitment, in terms of style of play, in terms of like training ground, all of these things. So it's not a surprise. It's not a surprise. It's because of the Glazers.
Yeah, I know, exactly. We don't have like a club owners who know football, who know something about football. Glazers are the reason why we are where we are today.
Facts.
So I have this kind of feeling that the Sunday game, it's going to be, it's not going to be the way that your friend earlier mentioned this, or I think you're the one who mentioned it. It's not going to be, the first or the second or the third game that the Premier League, when it started in around August. It was like tough. It was like hard to get, like teams. It's going to be like lazy Sunday, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And then this game, maybe if I like predict, it's gonna end like draw.
Okay.
Because the players are tired. They came from internationals, most of them, and they didn't have that, enough time. I'm talking about the lineup teams who play both teams. So I'm going for like, draw game. I don't think there's going to be crazy game out there, bro.
Okay, you're
Yeah,
going for a draw. Yeah, some people have said a draw. Like I said, I always ask the question: when was the last time we saw a fantastic game from in the Premier League after international break? We don't see it. We don't see it. So tomorrow's game, I expect Spurs and Arsenal game is going to be a bit drab, and I think Sunday's going to be drab as well. But big up Ayub. Thank you for calling in. Call in again anytime, brother. Where you calling
thank
from?
you. From Finland.
Finland. Ah,
Yeah.
big up AU, man. Are you in Helsinki?
I'm in Helsinki right now.
Wow. You lived there for a
Yeah,
while?
bro. Yeah, like for a while now.
Yeah. I
Have
saw
you
a
been
video
here?
actually. Burner Boy was there the other last week in the summer? In the summer, Burner Boy
In
was.
the summer, yeah, in the
Yeah,
summer he had
my
an
friend went
event.
to the concert. Yeah, my friend was
Have
in
you
Helsinki.
been? Have you been in Finland?
No, I've not been.
Okay, I'm
I
about
really
to
want
come
to.
to Manchester, bro.
Yeah. Let me know, man. You
Yeah.
on Twitter?
No, I follow you on Instagram, innit?
Okay, yeah, man. Send me a message. Love, brother.
Yeah, love you, bro.
Love. Peace. Yo, big up Hassan Yusuf. Eric Ten Hag says, Harry Maguire is doing quite well, but there's always room for improvement. If he believes in his own skills, he will be back, and I'm convinced of that. His ability is really high. There we go. So he's putting it on him. Yeah, he's putting it on him. Ten Hag on players' mentality. It's an aspect of football. It's an aspect of our work. We set conditions for that. We also have experts about. Ten Hag on what excites me is to do with everything with the game. He says that he played in derbies before. I've played in many derbies. I know what they are, what the rivalry, what they do with each other. I know the most important game in the Manchester area. He knows. Big up, man. Big up, Fabio. Big up Hassan for the quotes, mate. Hassan filling in for Khalis Ramadan Lassie. Big up to Khalis Ramadan Lassie wherever he is tonight. I hope he's having a good night. Big up to all the therapy army that are not with us tonight. I hope you're having a fabulous Friday and a fabulous start to a weekend. Let's hope everything cross over. And Ramadan, Jum'ah Mubarak to all the ones who know, innit? When the report asked, do you protect him, Maguire, he said, what I do is to coach him. That's it. No, I'm not forgetting Maguire. No, just saying to you, it's a different contrast, isn't it? There's a different contrast. Big up Hassan Yusuf, though. Bring them, or if not, I'll go into some of the match stat. Tom, I don't know where you are, but big up to Tom. If you're trying to come back in, let me know, please, bro. I'm going to now try to link some of the things. What was I going to show? No, I'm about to go just to read a little bit of stats. Manchester could win 3 consecutive league games against United for the first time since the run of 4 between April 2013 and November 2014. United are in danger of suffering their 8th Premier League loss against City. It would equal the highest number of defeats against specific opponent, matching their totals against Liverpool and Chelsea. This Premier League fixture has been won 21 times by a respective away side. No other match has produced more victories for their away team. Our record is quite decent there, it must be said. Oh, is here? Oh, hey, get away, Mo's about. Better watch out, people. Hey, therapy army, we having him, all right? Are we having him? It's Mo. Mo's about. Better watch out. How are
Big
you,
up,
Mo?
big up, bro. Happy birthday, bro.
It's on my birthday, bro. Who's telling me it's my birthday? Who said it?
Someone put in the chat, it's your birthday. I'm thinking, bloody hell. There you go. There's a classic moment that's been clipped.
Yo, that's my birthday, man. Listen, I'll let you all know when it's my birthday, man. But big up. I hope maybe somebody with the same name. There's so many Nuruddins in this world, bro. Trust me. So many Nuruddins in the world. I hope it's somebody's birthday out there. It's not my birthday at all. Far from it. Nuruddin, can I join the stream for about 5? Listen, yeah, come on in. Suleiman. Jump on, Suleiman. Let's go.
It's gonna be a big game on Sunday, Nudin.
Big game, mate. Big game. Clive, do you want to jump on? Clive, listen, jump on, bro. Yeah, jump. Listen, Clive, this is the link. Please jump on. Click on that link. I really want to hear from you. Clive is a City fan. Big City fan, so one of my brethrens. He's to be fair, he's not one of the born-again City fans. He's one of the old-school City fans, so...
they're quite rare.
Yeah, what exactly? Rare. Very rare. The born-again ones, mate, they're not welcome in here. They're not welcome, the born-again ones. But yeah, so the biggest thing is this is what I've been reading out, Tom. What do you think about this? This is a very thing strange about this game. The Premier League fixture, so this Premier League fixture has been won 21 times by the respective away side. No other match has produced more victories for their away team. It's crazy, isn't it? Manchester could win 8 consecutive top flight home games, and that's what's happening as well. Top flight, top 8 in a row they could win. Where do you see? Where do we lose it, and where do we win it, Mohammed?
It's a tough one. I mean, to be honest, with this game, look, we've played Liverpool, we played Arsenal, but this is the big test. This is okay how good we are against an elite team. This is the best of the best. For
Mohammed,
me,
Mohammed, just hold it right there. Somebody's trolling me. I promise you guys, it's not my birthday.
they got me.
It's not my birthday. Whoever came up with that, they need to leave it out. It's not my birthday. Right? I promise you. Big up Jarvis Cocker. Big up. It's not my birthday, people. I promise you, you will know it when it's my birthday. What your from the match? Will City dominate position United laying deep, absorb the pressure? Could United surprise City with high? Yeah, they could. That could happen. But big up. But go ahead, Mo.
It's gonna look. I believe it's gonna be one in the midfield. I think our defense is pretty solid, but I think our defense is gonna be tested. It's gonna be one in the midfield, and we have to make use of our chances because they're gonna be fair and far between. So if we do get a couple of, say that again.
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, if we get a couple of chances, Nudin, we have to be clinical because, like with City, we're not going to dominate possession, so we have to have a good press. We have to fight for every single ball. But I believe it's going to be won and lost in the midfield. I mean, last year, Nudin, we got smashed. It was a 4-1, or was it? Yeah, it was 4-1, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Sancho scored, and then after, no, I think they scored. Sancho scored, and they just absolutely rolled us over. I remember Mara scoring that goal. This game will be different, but it's going to be won and lost in the midfield. Hopefully, we have to have a disciplined performance. So we have to take care of the ball. So Bruno has to be a bit more careful with the ball. He has to look after the ball. We have to be good in possession. I mean, last year, I keep on talking about last year, but last year, literally, our possession, we got the ball, we gave it back to them. We got the ball, gave it back to them. And it was absolutely horrendous. This year, look after the ball. If you get your chances, try and finish them. It's not impossible. We've beaten them with Oli. We've beaten them with Oli a couple of times over there. So it's not the realms of impossibility, but be good in the midfield, look after the ball, don't lose the ball, and if you do get a couple of chances, try your best to take them. But also be disciplined. Have a structure to the team. Don't get too giddy and go forward, and you know what I mean. You got to be disciplined, Nuruddin. You have to be disciplined because you're up against Man City. We're going to see how good this United team is. Obviously, it's still early months, but this is the test, Nuruddin. This is a big test. Yeah, it's good playing Arsenal and Liverpool, but let's be honest, this is the biggest team in the land. This is the best team in the land. This is the Premier League champions out of 3 to 4 years they've won it. And Haaland versus Martinez should be a good scrap with Varane as well. I'm looking forward to that.
Yo, they're trolling me tonight. Honestly, there's over 100 of you in here. Please smash a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you can. Tim Harbison says, only messing, just had to jump on the birthday, love. Listen, it's not my birthday. I don't know who started the rumor, honestly. You're getting a bit too giddy tonight, honestly. You're getting a bit too giddy tonight, people. Honestly, it's not my birthday. Big up to every one of you. Smash a like on the video. Please subscribe to the channel and share. Please share. Subscribe, like, share, man. Big up Clive. Here comes Clive. Clive, how are you? Give us from a City perspective. Where you lose? Where do you win the game? Clive, are you there? Hello, Clive. Okay, we'll come back to Clive. Mohammed, where do we lose it? How do we lose it? For me, I think if we're not concentrated, if we're not in positions, if we're not tight and close to each other, we're going to struggle.
Yeah.
And if they score first and we lose our discipline in terms of shape, then they could hit us for 2-3 or whatever it is.
Yeah, I keep it tight. As you know, this is a one-off game, so you don't need to go and play expansive football. You know, one-off games, you can park the bus and we wouldn't complain, even if the performance is boring, and it's like a Jose Mourinho performance. It's boring, it's dogged, but we get the win. No one's gonna remember the game. All we're gonna remember is the 3 points and the win. That's it. We don't need to go there and play pretty fancy football. We can just play shit ass football like Burnley and just stick it up there, hoof it up there. These games, look, we know we can play good football. We know Eric Ten Hag plays high press, total football with Gengen press. But one-off games, even Sir Alex Ferguson didn't even play crazy football. Some games he's just used to park the bus, get the win, and move on. That's it. With this City team, park the bus, be disciplined, and when you get the chance to counter them, hit them on the break. But I was going to ask you, is Ronaldo going to play in this game?
No. To me, I'd keep Ronaldo away from this game. His confidence is quite low at the moment. I think to bring him on in the last 10 minutes, even, I will be. If we're winning, if we have a decent lead, to bring him on late on might be the thing. But
yeah,
honestly,
some games
I wouldn't.
Yeah, some games I think is. I don't know if it's Martial's back or not. I think it's a bit too soon.
One minute, Mohammed. Clive, try to say something. Let's see if we can hear you. Can you hear us? All right. We cannot hear you whatsoever, brother. Clive, are you there? Try your phone. Yeah, sound issue. Definitely, it's a sound issue. Big up, brother. Thank you for at least trying, though. Love, if you can get on the computer or the phone, it'll definitely work. Ten Hag on the man of the match or manager of the month award, we achieved it and did it together. It says that we are right. We're heading in the right direction. Sorry, it says that we are in the right direction. There's a lot.
Yes.
There's a lot of improvement. There's a lot of space for improvement, and we have to. It says we're in the right direction, but we have to work hard. Of course.
Yeah, I think the performance has been good. I wouldn't say they've been outstanding, and they've been good performances and they've been decent performances. But I going forward, I'm expecting a better brand of football now. I'm expecting a philosophy starting to evolve with this team and see eventually what kind of DNA football he's going to play. Because eventually we're going to have to see. It's great. He's been in the job for like 3-4 months now, and I'm enjoying Eric Ten Hag. But obviously, Nudin, we have to see what kind of brand of football this man is going to play, and obviously he needs to be helped and the structure and whatnot. But I want to see what kind of a team he's going to build and mold. Also, I think McTominay has to play this game.
Yeah,
I think Casemiro. I don't know if he's fit or not. I don't know. It's going to be tough.
The only thing that worries me is that it's going to be we have to be careful. I think we have to do tactical fouling.
Yeah,
I think we
100%.
need to stop their flow. I know that we fouled more against Arsenal, we fouled more against Liverpool. So tactically, we're making fouls, a lot of different players fouling throughout the game, and it's a good thing. Spread out the fouls, nothing too dangerous. And I think Scott has got to keep his head. Rashford, if he starts, has got to keep his head. We don't know. I was asking Tom the question. We don't know really if they played any behind closed door games or if they've just been training for fitness wise. So it's going to be very interesting. Neil Ashton got Clive.
I think we can look at two pros and cons. It might be a good thing that it's after international break. The reason being, they may, everyone's coming back. They're not in top, they're not hitting that form yet. It could be like, one-off game. That could be a good thing. That's the only thing that I'm looking at. But I'm just looking forward to a good game. I want to see how good we are against the top team, like a proper top team now. And I want to see how he tactically sets up, his in-game management, the players. I want to see how Martinez does, Eriksen does. I think Martinez got to keep a cool head. He has to be a bit, disciplined. So does Malacia. I think even if we, I'm not trying to be negative, but even if it's a 1-0 defeat, it still doesn't matter. As long as we don't get hammered. If we can get a draw, fantastic. If we get a win, over the moon. But I think we just need to play within our heads, keep the confidence, and let's see what this team is about mentally. I want to see what they're about mentally. If you got to go down against a big team, how do you respond? Where is the charisma? Where is the fight? Where's the fighting spirit?
Yeah, it's going to be very interesting to hear all of those. Yeah, Clive is just saying whoever controls the midfield will win the game, like the guy just mentioned. Yeah, it's going to be very interesting, isn't it? To see
Who's
how
in the midfield, Nudin?
For me, Ericsson starts. Ericsson is Ericsson is the first person on the team sheet.
Yeah.
Obviously, we might have to have Bruno playing a bit deeper. Hopefully, he's not as wasteful. But McTominay on the form at the moment, and I doubt it's going to change a winning team.
No.
In terms of in the league. So, but Casemiro will have some time to play in the game. Windy Grant says Rashford hasn't played in a month. Martial 2 months. Both started training today. No, they didn't start training today. I think he started Ronaldo. I don't think so. I genuinely don't think so, Windy. I think both of them are not going to start, Windy. I agree with you. I don't think both of them are going to start, but one of them is going to start because I don't know if you know, but a lot of teams have either been playing against their under 23 teams, matches behind closed doors, or getting other teams to play some games while the games were cancelled. So
someone was telling me about Cristiano Ronaldo against the Portugal game. He did not look good in the Portugal game. He looked very.
He's not looked good. He's not good. He's not looked good all season. I think, Windy, if we play Ronaldo, we're going to lose this game because he's so easy to dispossess him. He doesn't hold up the ball, and he's not a threat anymore with pace behind in and behind. He's not. Rashford has to play. I think I'll be shocked if Rashford is not playing. I think one of them will have to start. I 100% believe that one of them will start. The other one might come on, depending on what's going on in the game.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, we're going to have to do that. Lucky Singh says we're looking to push City on the sides. Yeah, we can't let them dominate the central areas. We cannot.
No. I want to see something from. I'm not trying to put too much pressure on them, but I think Jadon and Anthony are gonna have a big role to play.
Yeah. So anyway, this is the all hashtag think news. Man UFC are not planning a revamp in their squad in January. Will instead wait until summer to make further changes to the squad. They said that straight away. When Eric Ten Hag came out the last game against Sheriff away, and in that little interview that he did after the game, he said, "Yeah, I'm hoping to look at the structure of this football club. I'm hoping to look to the January transfer and the summer transfer. We've got a lot of planning to do." The John Murtagh and Richard Arnold were already briefing the press saying, "Oh, we're not looking to spend." I always tell people, United fans, January is dividends month. They don't spend money, and the only player we bought, I think, January was Bruno, and that's because we had a horrendous injury record, if you're not mistaken. Love that Eric story in the cinema.
Yeah, I remember that summer, Nudin, before we bought Bruno, we bought Harry Maguire, Aaron Wan-Bissaka, and Dan James, and then literally that was and then we had no squad in depth, and then Pogba was forced to stay, and then in that January transfer window, we got Bruno. I'm right in thinking we got Igalo. Yeah, we got Igalo.
Yeah, now 100%. Listen, over 100 of you, please smash a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. Yeah, 100%, Fabi.
Yeah.
Fabio, yeah, 100%. City will obviously dominate the game. I'll be shocked if they don't. But this is interesting from Hassan Yusuf.
Oh my God.
Remains Manchester United. Listen, I'm not even going to read that. I'm just putting it out just to laugh at this. This is ridiculous. That's not happening. He's going to sign a new contract and lower his wages and stay at Barcelona. Busquets is retiring next season at the end of the season, so it's all good, man.
I thought they were broke.
Listen to me. Frankie de Jong episode is the most embarrassing episode in recent history of Manchester United. It's one of the most. The guy came out international break, said, "In May, I knew I wasn't going anywhere." But our CEO, Richard Arnold, is famous for basically saying, "Hey, literally, this is a quote. I'm paraphrasing here. This is a quote from Richard Arnold. He says, Manchester United, he goes, the transfer speculations is really good for our social media networks. This is who we are, people.
PRFC and Twitter FC.
Exactly. That's what we are.
I mean, obviously next summer's a quite long way, but
Jude Bellingham. Forget about Jude Bellingham. Forget about Frankie de Jong. Trust me on this one. Trust me.
Jude Bellingham's going to be costing. How much is it costing? 100 million?
Yeah. See, look, we got Super City fan here. As a City fan, Martial worries me. So I hope
Yeah.
Crazy.
I would look to move him on. No, I'm going to say something controversial, but I would look to move him on in the summer transfer. He's too injury prone now.
Yeah. Listen, Windy, we can't listen. We don't have the money. We don't have the money to sign anybody. That's why they've got to sell the club. They have to sell the club. They have to sell the club.
We said it. I think we said it on a couple of shows ago where their gravy train is running out now. They're not the biggest. Like if you look at the finances of them, they're not really 5-6 years ago when they're doing record shirt sales.
Yeah. Exactly. You didn't shoot the you shot the sheriff, but you didn't shoot the deputy. No, you didn't. What a tune that is! There, big up Bob Marley in it. Bob Marley in the house. Big up Alicia Sinkanova.
Newton, I was going to ask you.
That was the worst buy. That was the worst.
Please, no, I'm
That's
not.
Man United's worst buy in
the piano, Newton, the piano. Oh God.
Oh God.
The best pianos. Oh God.
And you know what he said? He said this is truth. He said when he was there for a couple of hours, he regretted it.
He said he wanted to go back to Arsenal again. He said, I wanted to rip my contract up and go back to Arsenal. Embarrassing.
Yeah. Great to see rival fans on here. Yeah, man, they're more than welcome.
How do you see Haaland doing?
Yeah, it's going to be very interesting, isn't it? Like for me, it's not about just Haaland and what he's going to do. It's about the supply to him. I think they play through Silva, KDB, and somebody like what's his name? The right back, the left back, the Portuguese lad. I always forget his name.
Cancelo,
yeah, Cancelo. They're the three main that play the passes to him. So we've got to stop the sauce.
Yeah.
We've got to get tight to those three players and not give them the room.
Let's keep it disciplined, Rudy. We don't have to go out there and play attractive football. Keep it disciplined. Let's kick them up a little bit.
No, I don't rate Tielemans, you know.
No, no.
Savage, yeah. Savage. I like Savage, yeah.
But we're linked with him every single summer, Rudy. For the last 6 years, we've been linking with Savage. Every single year we link with him.
Well, I'd rather have Savage than Tielemans, to be fair. That's me.
But this game, I think...
Salam, brother. Salam alaikum, brother. Rudy, my internet was not working 3-4 hours like Maguire.
He's in the squad, by the way. He's going to be in the squad, right?
So, Maguire?
Yeah.
No, he's injured.
See, this is the thing with him.
He's out for at least 2 or 3 weeks.
Can I make one point, please?
Go ahead.
This is the thing about footballing brain. If you know as a professional footballer, oh shit, something doesn't feel right on my knee, you come off. You should know this guy stayed on, played an extra 10-15 minutes, got himself injured, and now he's on the bench for 2-3 weeks. If he was smart, he could have come off and said, look, I'm injured a little bit. Come off, and then we've got so many games coming up. He would be starting some games. But what did he do? Because he's got no footballing brain and he's completely lost there, he got himself injured. Now he's out for 2-3 weeks. Like, this guy is just literally, he must have the worst luck as a footballer, or he's just literally gone, mentally gone.
Yeah.
Someone said he needs to see a psychiatrist.
Yeah. Listen, 100% agree. Like I said to you, sports psychology do exist, and they give you,
why not?
Listen, of course they do. To me, mental health affects us all. We all need help and therapy. Listen, Super City, I've sent him the link. Super City, come on anytime you like.
With the sports psychologist.
Yeah.
With the sports psychologist, I remember Andy Murray. Andy Murray used to always get to semi-finals or finals and lost. And then he would have saw a sports psychologist. And then eventually he helped him get over and start winning slams. Look, why doesn't he see us? Look, we can't tell him what to do, but if you need a sports psychologist and get it off your chest, go and see a sports psychologist.
I think Ten Hag talked about it. We have the help. We have those available. I think sports psychologists are available. Let me just get this chat from Super City. It says City are having a Glazers in protest before the game. Yeah, so it's going to be six City fans and a blind dog. Yeah, most of your fans in it.
Do you know what, Nurdin?
This is how it feels to be City. This is how it feels to be small. This is how it feels to mean nothing at all. Remember that, lad, eh? Get here, you get sang that, mate. You get sang that here, mate. Trust me.
I think Nudin, if we can win this game, it's gonna give a good statement to this team. I think if this team wins this game, it feels like United are moving in the right direction. Where before in the past, our previous team used to always win one game, get giddy, and then lose 3-4 games. This team, it feels like there's a lot of not bad characters, but a lot of footballers that have left now, and it feels like a bit more fresh. It feels like it's more about football now, not about social media. No, yeah, and that's not digs to anyone.
Mm-hmm. No. Of course, 100%.
It
Yeah,
feels like a football
Gundogan
team.
too. Yeah. Gundogan is one of your danger man, but I don't know if he plays, so he's gonna come up from the pin. Big up Susie. Big up Paul Tierney. Big up Lucky Singh. Big up Blue. Big up everybody, man. Big up everybody. Susie.
What's your predictions for the game?
Big up, man. And you know what? Big up Super City as well for coming here, doing what he's doing. Okay. Listen, when you won a Champions League, innit, come and talk to us, innit? Come and talk to us. When you've even sniffed one, you're not even sniffed one. So come and talk to us. Facts. We have to stop those key players. Yeah, 100%.
I think we can. No, I think we can stop them.
Yeah, I think we have to play like a team 100%. 100%.
Yeah, play like a team. We've got. Don't forget,
we have to play like a team. More than a team.
We've got a couple of players that are in form. Delort's playing quite well. McTominay seems to be in some sort of form. Martinez, Varane, Malacia, Ericsson, Sancho. So we do have players that are in form that can do something. As I said, Nudin, this is the biggest test. I want to see these players against top-level opposition. You don't get hide and City, unfortunately, in footballing terms.
Facts. Listen, Hassan Yusuf, big up Hassan Yusuf, man. Replacing tonight, man like Khalis from Medina Lassi, but big up Hassan Yusuf. It says we're convinced, Ten Hag, we're convinced of our capability. If we axe a team, then we can beat our opponents. This is the belief we need, and we need it even more on Sunday, 100%. Ten Hag, we don't play against Haaland, we play against Man City. Of course we do. Big up Sulaiman Latif. How are you, Habibi?
Yo, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you,
bro. Go ahead.
You good, bro? Yeah.
Yeah. What's going on?
What's going on? Derby day, mate. You look like you're in Manchester. It sounds like Sulaiman.
Yeah.
You're a City fan?
Nah, United.
Go on, good lad.
Yeah.
So listen, where do we win it and how do we lose it? How do we win it and how do we lose it? So first of all, how do we win it?
We win it in the midfield. That's what it is, because the last few times we've been playing them, we've been losing it in the midfield. We just get overrun. But I don't think, you know what it is? No one in the league can compete with City's midfield. That's the issue. So the only way we can win, really, is getting them on the break, essentially. There's nothing else we can really do.
Yeah, listen, we've got to listen. We can't let them come through the center. A lot of times they do go out wide. They overload on one side and then clip it to the back post of the other. Haaland, we have to be worried about him. I think everybody has to understand that we have to cover for each other because he's good at making those runs. But I think we can hurt them too. It's about when we win the ball back. When we win the ball back from, like, say, maybe 15 yards from our goal, 20 yards from our goal, what do we do with it? How do we connect the passes? And then when do we free the likes of Sancho, Anthony, Rashford? How do we free those guys? And the other thing is that if you get chances, Man United get chances. If we get we have to take them. We have to be ruthless. Yeah. We have to be.
You know what? It'd be interesting where Eriksen plays this game, though, if he plays higher up or deep, because he's been playing quite deep, hasn't he?
He's going to have to play deep to find. He's going to have to play. He's going to play similar to the way we played against Arsenal. He's going to play in that deeper role and then to connect the ball to Bruno or the likes of Rashford or the likes of Anthony or Sancho.
It's one of them, though, because I need to see who City are playing. If they go for a DM in Rodri, I think Fernandes is really going to struggle, though. If Eriksen's trying to get it to Fernandes, he's going to struggle a lot with having Rodri, and Eriksen struggle having Bernardo Silva playing like the number 8 box to box. Because I don't think Eriksen could hang with Bernardo Silva physically. Because obviously Bernardo Silva is not the strongest, but he's got stamina for days. He doesn't stop running. You know what I mean? And obviously Eriksen's got all the quality in the world, but I still don't really trust him. You know what I mean? He's been playing well this season, apart from the first 2 games, but in the back of your mind, he's still worried about him a little bit. I don't know if that's just me.
Why?
Yeah.
Why are you worried about him?
Because obviously we know what happened with him, like with his heart and all that. Yeah, I'm not worried about his quality. He's got a quality tang with anyone in the world, like in that centre mid. But
I understand what you're
it's
coming.
one of them.
What I'll say to you though, the Daley Blind has been playing with the same thing for a couple of seasons now. For a season,
but I get it, but I don't. He's not been playing in Manchester derbies, has he?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Obviously, I get it, but
listen. At the end of the day, I'm sure the medical department are really intense, doing loads of tests on him, and he's probably one of the most tested. I think what this does, if he was to collapse again, this will keep his heart going, innit? So he's going to be all right. I think he'll be all right.
No, I think he'll be all right. But
we need to sign a midfielder in January. Man United need a striker, midfielder, and a right back in January. Forget about the summer signings for me. Man United need a striker.
De Gea needs to be good with his distribution because he is awful. Like, because we don't want him to kick it out and the comes back to us again. They need to be, if there's not a pass on, just kick it long. Don't do it like in Brentford. He was trying to play from the back and no, just kick it long. If you can't see a pass on, kick it long. Doesn't matter. Don't try and do Hollywood passes or not against this team. This ain't the game for it. Just be professional and kick it long.
Listen, Super City, come on, man. Let's give me the banter verbally. Come on, get on here. Come on, get on here. Man. Listen, we welcome banter, man. We welcome banter.
I want to see. I'm looking forward to see what Anthony does and Sancho. I want to see some good football.
You know, like you say about distribution with De Gea, I think Sancho and Anthony are clean enough with the ball that if De Gea pings it out wide instead of trying to play clean through the centre, he'll have a lot of success with it. I think Sancho's first touch is quite nice. Anthony's quite nice as well. I think he'll be alright if he goes wide.
Listen, 100%. Listen, he says here, Jarvis, I know that he's been brilliant this season for the under-23s. So's Kobe Manu as well. They've both been training. They train with the first team. So I think they will have some of their chances this season in the cups, in the league cups and stuff like that. I think some of them might play.
What about Nudi? You talk about midfielders. What about Zidane Iqbal of actually trying to progress him in? Because he plays similar to, I'm not saying he is like De Jong, but he kind of plays a similar
style. Very good on the ball, man. He's fantastic on the ball. Technical ability is brilliant. He's got such a brilliant.
Do you think we can face him in like the way City did with Foden?
You know what? I think we're going to have to some games. I think we're going to have to. I really think we're going to have to.
A lot of games coming up.
Come on. Listen, if we're winning by a couple of goals against the Cypriot team, I think they will have to come on.
Because I want to see.
I don't know why United are so reluctant to bring him through. Like,
who?
Zidane Iqbal. I feel like United really reluctant.
At the end of the day, Eric Ten Hag has only been here for a short time. He's got a winning team, a team that's proven that's won 4 games in the Premier League. He doesn't want to risk it. He doesn't want to risk it, guys.
I'm even talking.
What he said also, what he said in the preseason. I remember the preseason before the Villa game. In the preseason before the Villa game, he said some of the young players are not ready yet. He said he's got a developmental plan for the youngsters, so we're gonna have to wait. He's under huge pressure, guys. I cannot stress to you.
No, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
He can't just.
I mean, in like the Real Sociedad game, bring him on in the 75th minute or something. You know what I mean? It feels like they're quite reluctant to. I'm not sure why. Maybe they're not, but that's kind of.
I mean, can you imagine? Like, that's what I'm saying. I wasn't ready for that. For me, I was just like, what the hell is going on? Because I would have personally. I would have had prepared to say Zidane Iqbal instead of Fred. Zidane Iqbal would have done bits instead of Fred playing up the pitch as a number 10.
Yeah, against a slow-paced Real Sociedad, I think he would have done well.
Exactly. I think he's reluctant to bring on, like, obviously I get where you guys are coming from. Also, the Brentford game and the Brighton game didn't help when they lost the games, and then eventually straight away he was under pressure, so he had to stabilize the ship. The ship is not still stable. He's slowly getting it stable. Once the ship is stable and it's going the right direction and everything's smooth, then he'll slowly start phasing them in. But at the moment, I don't blame him not to play these kind of players.
Of course, we can't put too much pressure on these kids. Listen,
and on him as well, Ten Hag.
Listen, you know what? Big up Sinkanova, Alicia. She said, Mr. Structor, do you think who would win the boxing, Connor or Chris? I don't know. But that Connor guy is a clown. That's what I'm telling you. They usually have Kyle Walker on Rashford because Walker's space.
Yeah,
they do. But at the end of the day, Rashford has always come out on top in it. Majority of these games. Big up everybody. Listen, it's come to an end. Big up Sean Thomas. Sorry, bro. It's come to an end. It's been an hour. So big up to every one of you, Therapy Army. I think it'd be difficult to predict. That's why I didn't do predicted 11, because I don't know who's going to play, who's going to start because of the international. But big up to every one of you. Please smash a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. I'm not seeing Wan-Bissaka at Archie's. No, I've not. I've got to be honest.
I think he's done, Nurin. I personally think he's done. I think he should move on now.
He is as well, you know.
It says, I'm a big City fan from Manchester, but respect, brother. Yo, big up, Ryan. Glad your cat is okay. Yeah, the cat is good. Scholes, you little rascal.
Honestly, when I heard Scholes was back,
yeah,
it was one of the best news I've heard. Like when he,
you know, when you're streaming, he said Scholes, he's gone. I was actually sad, you know. I remember he was with Saeed saying
I was sad, man. I was devastated, honestly. You don't understand the connection you build with little animals, man.
But when he came back, it's a beautiful moment.
It was the biggest moment. All the neighbors came out. We celebrated, man. We celebrated.
Because I lived here. I was near Hume them times, you know. The Watchers got outside, I started looking for him, and
Suleiman, love, brother, love. Listen, Suleiman, are you on Twitter?
No, I'm not, you know. I'm not. I'm just on YouTube. I'm on your streams every time. No, just don't message usually. But next time you're streaming, I'll come on if you want.
Wicked. Big up Suleiman Latif, right? And big up Muhammad as well. Listen, this has been United Real Therapy Derby Preview. I hope you've got it. Like I said, the funniest stat is that in this game, 20 to 21 times the visiting team has won, the away team has won. More than any other game in the Premier League, this game specifically. So let's hope Man United go there. We do what we want because we're Man United. But before we go, people, big up to every one of you who joined us on this late one tonight. And genuinely, please smash a like on the video on your way out. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. Share the video to grow the community. We're on the road to 10K. But we always say, don't we? We always say,
bankers out.
We always say, Raphael, he feels like a Mancunian. I feel comfortable. I feel the support from the fans. So that's very important. Big up. Listen, hopefully you feel like that. Michael Knight, I don't know about that.
Oh, God.
We always say, Bristol bankers out, Glazers out. There we go. There we go. Quick one from Jarvis. Jarvis says, matter of fact, we need Wan-Bissaka for a moment. He's our only backup right back, and Delort can't play 90 minutes in October. Facts. By the way, guys, we're playing 6 games. Sorry, in 6 weeks, we're playing 13 games. That's every 3 days we're playing a game. So it's going to be crazy, people.
We get to
love, light. Take care, people. But honestly, we always say we are on Giddy Watch. Always. Yeah. All the juice is not in. I'm telling you, I no juice at the moment. We need to get the soups out. Winter's coming. But bankers out, Glazers out. That's how we keep it. We are in trouble the way we are as a football club. Only the people who are responsible. It's the Bristol University bankers and the Glazers. But love and light, thank you for joining me. Hopefully Mo will come back on Twitter one of these days. And love.
Take
He
care.
went on a mad one, people, during lockdown. He went on a mad one. Started killing everybody. Exiled himself. Win, lose or draw. Glazers out, bankers out. Peace, light, love, light. Take care, people. Have a great weekend.
Bye.
See you for the match reaction.